All right, we are live. All right. Oh, supposed to be more people here for this, but oh well. Today's class is on inventory management. Anybody know what inventory management is?
Managing inventory.
It's so much more than just managing your inventory. Has to do with your trucks, has to do with the warehouse, has to do with location of equipment. But inventory management, where's the beef? Everyone remembers that, right?
No.
No, okay, they might be too young. Well, McGee's not.
What's that?
Where's the beef?
What about it?
You remember that commercial?
Oh, yeah.
They use that as a metaphor for where's your inventory, so.
Is it Wendy's?
90s, yeah, probably.
Burger King? I don't know. Something like that, yeah.
All right. Yeah, so inventory management, inventory management is part of the supply chain. It aims to always have the right product at the right time for the right customer. Means not having to go to the store to get anything, having it on your truck, having it there, not having to do windshield time. It's having your inventory marked and labeled that any employee can switch into your truck and know where everything is. If we keep all the trucks uniform, doesn't matter, trucks are interchangeable, people just hop in and out of whatever, and they can track all their stuff.
Except for mine.
I'm working at a new layout to combine plumbing and HVAC.
Not a whole
Originally,
lot.
this class was later on, and I was gonna have that layout, but
Not a
we
whole
moved
lot
it
you're
up.
gonna do about that.
Hmm?
Not a whole lot you're gonna do about that.
eh,
But my HVAC's all in the same spot.
I'm gonna have you help me, but we're gonna play with that. But yeah, that's also, good inventory management will reduce costs of carrying excess. Of carrying excess inventory while maximizing sales and minimizing down windshield time. That's a big killer of any kind of profit when you have to leave to go to the job. We can get more in depth in that in a minute. Good practices will also help keep the trucks clean while organizing, while minimizing your warehouse overflow. We don't wanna have too much stock just sitting out in the warehouse doing nothing, and at the same time taking up space in your truck stored here. And this is interactive, you guys got anything to say, pitch in. The right parts, how many times do we go looking for parts and we can't find them? So we go to the store to go get them. It's a constant thing, I even do it. Even though my truck's relatively clean, inventory changes constantly, so it's never an evolving thing that we're always moving. But if you have to go to the store, now you've just annoyed your customer, because now you have to leave, and they have to wait for your return. How many horror stories have we heard of people saying, Tyler guy, took her money, bam, gone, never seen him again. So customers get real worried about that when they take their money, and then we say, oh, I gotta go to the store. Back of their mind, is he gonna come back?
Make it a point like, hey, I'm leaving my tools here.
I do the same, I'll say, hey, I'm leaving my tools here, I gotta run to the store real quick.
And they'll either you're gonna leave all your tools and never come back, or,
Yeah. Money you gave me ain't worth those tools.
you know.
Yeah, every customer has heard the horror story of a tech taking money and never returning, yeah. The boss is always annoyed that you're taking too long, because now you've been driving. Most importantly, you're annoyed, because you still got more calls. And the bottom line, our favorite thing, Amy's calling, asking how's it going. We get that call daily, don't we? Having the right parts on our trucks mean that we won't have to worry about that. We'll be able to just get in there, get the job done, get it done quicker. Also part of inventory management is your trucks. That is very hard to see. These next two slides are gonna lights out.
Without the screen.
Huh?
Maybe sure better without the screen.
Maybe. Try it. So for this part, we'll turn the lights out, because that is a horrible translation of the picture to the wall. These are two service trucks that I found online. You can see everything just stacked and packed in there.
Dan's truck.
Yeah, that is Dan's truck right there all day long. Trying to find something in there would be a nightmare.
Love you, Dan.
Yeah. You'll never be able to find anything. You're constantly gonna be digging and looking, or you're just gonna say, screw it, run to the store and buy it apart.
9 times out of 10, that's the serviceman's truck too.
Yeah.
Very few of us.
But you want your truck to be like this. Again, apparently the pictures didn't translate very well for the projector. But, yeah, of course, no service truck is ever gonna look back with these past the first day. But if we keep them relatively clean, keep them relatively organized, you know, the picture on the right is first day. Just got your truck, just stocked it up. By the time you ran for a while, the picture on the left is where you're at. You got some stuff thrown across the floor just because you're adding more to it or taking it away.
It's bad when you can't even tell what trade somebody's doing. And the last ones,
Yeah.
Yeah, and yet this one on the left, you can clearly see your HVAC tanks. S-band gauges right up here in the corner, so you know that's an HVAC guy.
who hates rain?
If you at least take a minute once a week or so, just to throw out the trash and kind of straight things up.
Yeah,
It doesn't get so out anymore.
Yeah.
yeah, that was the biggest thing they never did.
Yeah.
If you declare one bit of shenanigans on that truck on the left though.
Truck on the left, why?
Right.
The one on the left,
Yeah.
if you hang your S-bands like that, that hook's coming off. They ain't gonna stay.
No, every gauges I always hang them by the hook, and every time they always come off.
Right off.
Yep. So now I got a spot to lay it where it sits.
Yeah, it looks good in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
They
10 to
ain't-
1, he just had that guy clean the truck so
they
he can
ain't
take
gonna
that
stay
picture.
on the back of that truck.
No. No, that's why this one is like that. That's usually like several weeks in and just running.
We never looked at that though.
No.
Never.
I've had them look like the one on the left, the one on the right, I've never let that happen. The guy on the left, he's got like jobs for like 30 different things in there. You can see painter's tape, you can see, like when you look at it, he's got painter's tape, he's got shop vacs, he's doing just about everything.
Looks kind of familiar.
Way back from Joe.
But he's got all kinds of stuff in there.
Big old boxes, anything in bins or anything else.
Guy on the left looks like general handyman, guy on the right, the commercial electrician.
Yeah. That's what it looks like, yeah. The general guy, he's just packing and stacking all this stuff in there.
He's also got a handyman special Dodge van.
Want some candy? And these here look like newer vans too. The one on the right, I'm sorry, the picture here, you can't really tell, but it looks photoshopped to me. It looks like somebody put some shelves in there and that's like it. You gotta look at it, that does. It does, but hey, it was a good picture. I was gonna take a picture of the back of my van, but didn't have time. I was being a dork. Man, if we keep our trucks organized, we keep everything going, when you get your stock, you put it on the shelves or wherever you keep it. Good thing is to mark up your truck, you know, get the little stickers and we go through and put them on everything and put them up there.
It's a little late for me.
Here, we'll back this up so you can see. 'Cause why not? Part of inventory management is keeping your trucks clean, so I do a little, these are some dirty trucks.
That's why I just moved from there.
Huh? You got a camera right behind your head.
That's why I just moved from there.
And then these are clean trucks. So part of inventory management is keeping your trucks organized and clean while keeping track of your stuff. Watch your stock. If you see you're not getting your stock back or you're running low on something without getting it back, say something to Crystal C or myself so we can get that taken care of. The app does not track as well as it's supposed to. A lot of times we scan things and for some reason it doesn't prompt her. So keep a watch on your stuff. Let us know if you're running low or you're not getting it back, let us know so we can get it to you as quick as we can or get old Bobby with the install side. We're trying to track now what sells and what don't trends. So that way we can pull what's not selling off of our trucks and put what is selling in more quantity on our trucks. But if you see it, say something to us. If you see that this part's been sitting in your truck for 6 months and you've never touched it, let me know. Might be something that we just don't need to carry and we can get pulled off and cut down on the overflow in the trucks. Right now, on the service side, the trucks are running not plumbing, just the HVAC side, and yours is off and screwed anyway. We're running right around 7,000, 7,500 in inventory. Yet, it's way too much, so we're gonna be trimming that down soon. But if you see stuff that's not selling, let me know so I can get it pulled off there and get it swapped with other stuff. Wow, when you look, check every day out there for the bins. As soon as it comes in, get your stuff, put it on the trucks. Don't let it sit in the back, that way you can get it there. The warehouse, everything has a place and there's a place for everything. Bobby built those shelves out there, probably with help from you guys, I don't know. But Bobby built those shelves so we can put stuff away. Inventory also means your tools and equipment, and that's the shop tools and equipment. Don't put something away dirty. I mean, the next person's gonna hate you. You know, if you're putting the vacuum away, pull the trash out of it. Yeah, I'll pull the dead bag out of it and put a new bag in it for them. At minimum, at least pull the old one out and throw it away. If you come back and it's all covered in dirt or something, clean it up. So that way the next person doesn't have to deal with it. Tools and equipment is a big part of your inventory because that's what makes your money. It makes or breaks it. If you don't have the right tools or your tools aren't working, snake kinks, it just makes your whole day go to hell. So if we keep it clean, we keep it put away neat, we should be able to keep it up and running. It also means maintaining and changing the oils in your pumps and things like that. I had to change the oil in my pump before summer.
You good?
Yeah. The inventory room is for all of our extra chalk or extra stock, or ghost truck as we call it. Everything is counted and organized to be able to quickly get what you need, quickly. Everything needs to be signed out. Either Crystal C or myself have to be let know. Mostly Crystal C, she handles that room. Nothing leaves without signing it out. There's a sign out sheet right there on the board, or the door in there. We gotta make sure that we're not taking too much stuff out of there that's not being tracked. Otherwise we just run out of anything. ESP and the Michaels app. Now we're getting into our actual inventory that we use for everything. The Michaels and ESP app is designed to track our inventory, but as we all know, it's not the greatest in the world. It does. It's a program. It has some flaws. It does make mistakes. So we're trying to change how we can do that, and that's part of what we're doing here. When you go to scan something out at the end of the job, the last screen right before you hit complete, screenshot that and load that into Field Edge. That way we have your list that you scanned out, picture proof that you scanned it out, not like Mike was doing, leaving big notes. I scanned out and it's not coming back. Now, you screenshot it then, we know you scanned it. Crystal can look at it and then pull it and put it back on your truck to make sure you get it back. With every job, we gotta scan it out so we can get it back. Also gives me pricing, so when I'm going through the service side of it, I can put in the pricing for the equipment and everything else, makes it easier for me. It's designed to, doing all this will help us see the disconnect between where you're scanning out and the app not showing materials. This way we can start basically just track it better. Because too many times, you and myself, or I think you too, we're just not getting anything even though we're scanning it. So if we do this, this will help us get it going to where, maybe we can get a handle on it. Any of the other company receipts that you go to, if you go buy something from any other distributor, you guys have been doing this, but we wanted to add into class. Just make sure you put the receipt, take a picture of it, make sure the job name's on the receipt, and our price is on the receipt. If you're going someplace and you get something, make sure the price, because a lot of times they just give you a packing slip or a shipping slip, there's no price on there. I gotta go hunting and try and find the price, it takes forever. But while you're there, you can just write it on there for me real quick, saves a lot of time. Also make sure that the job names are on there. It should be the last name of whoever we're going to. Landlords will have the street name with it, but last name is the most important part. That way we can line it up with the jobs and manage everything where it's going. As the tech, when you're install guys, not so much for you. When we're out there doing it during regular hours, if we got a call and track something down, we go track it down ourselves. Which is more for the Kevins, but they're not here. Put it into the notes that you're doing, whatever it is that you're called for. If you're called for an inducer motor, Northeastern, price is this, bid number is this. Even if it's just an estimate and they don't buy it, if we put it in there, then if they call back, the office can now know what's there. They can just read your notes and say, oh yeah, we can do this, this, and this, and there it is. They say you agree to the price, and we can go ahead and get it shipped, and they can get it ordered, and not have to call you bugging. You remember this job from 3 months ago? Well, no, it's all right there in the notes. Well, that's all what this is. Your job, your search. Too often the office just doesn't know what we're looking for. They have no clue. They have a basic understanding from what Rob has taught them, and we've shown them, but the girls don't know HVAC. That's not their forte. So we need to try and find it. Too many times we're also trying to go look for some crazy off-the-wall shit, and you know that best. Follow up with the office to make sure everything is ordered the next day. So if it's after hours and you need it ordered, just follow up, make sure that you did it, you know, call the office when you come in, make sure somebody ordered it, make sure it's available and it's there. Also follow up to your client, even though they didn't buy it today, reach out to them tomorrow or the next day and say, hey, you know, do you want to change your mind, would you like to move forward with that? Try and close the sale. Just trying to help drive up the sales for it. And inventory will always help us drive up sales. That's all I got. Anything, thoughts on class, anything on inventory? Anybody wanna make fun of the truck somewhere?
Most of it is keep the truck clean and organized. Labels, go through a label maker at some point. It's a lot easier to find what you have and what you don't have if it's marked.
Well, we're gonna be doing our beginning of the year inventory count too. So soon, you know, we're gonna take a day, we'll go from each truck to truck to truck, and we'll do the full inventory count, make sure everything's there. That way, while we're doing the inventory count, we can actually start pulling stuff that we're not selling off of the trucks, like all those damn extra sensors that you and I have not touched in, I don't know how many months.
Well, not only the sensors, the rolls of Romex.
Yeah, we don't use that stuff very much. I gave him my Romex a while
They
ago.
do the same thing, they could probably use it more than we did.
Absolutely, yeah, so bring that, we'll pull that off the truck.
Yeah, that probably not no point in keeping, there's a roll of what?
250
10
feet.
and 12 on each truck or something
Yeah,
like that. so-
there's a roll of 250 foot of 10-2.
Yeah, so,
We just don't need that.
No,
Mine came off, I already gave it to you, and you've used it probably by now.
probably.
That was like a year ago. Cause I pulled it off, I was like, this is just, I don't need this.
yeah, I kind of figured at some point, you know, you might be using a couple feet here, a couple feet there.
Yeah, I can see it's
But
keeping
I don't think
10
I'd
to
use it,
15,
maybe a foot of it, if anything.
but 250 feet, we don't need that.
If we were using it regularly, like if you were doing an install, you were there, or if you were, you know, rerunning a wire here or something like that, but we don't do that.
No, that gets into the silver level. When we get up above silver, we send you guys in.
Right.
That's stock you guys need.
Exactly.
Now, some silvers we do ourselves, like if it's, you know, slow, we'll do our own, but silvers and platinums, I've done a full platinum
Still most
cleaning.
likely not gonna be pulling a wire, but at least by yourself. I mean.
No, you're not. So, looking for all that stuff. Huh? I'm a
Can't
kid.
pull wire by yourself, like, no, fucking time.
Well, I'm not saying you couldn't, but.
Depends on the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you lose flashlights.
25. You should have better.
It's already been replaced, so I'm good. That was a nightmare. Yeah. I wonder if it's still there and the light's on. No.
It's not still on.
Yeah.
It's
been like
still
3
there
years.
though.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely still there. For you guys to install, if you guys see something that you're not using, and it's just taking space, bring it up to Bobby and let him know too.
And you know, as far as some things are concerned, as soon as you pull it off, we're gonna need it.
Absolutely. Some of those sensors though that we have are commercial, and we just don't even need those big disc ones that are supposed to be universal. Those are universal for commercial size.
Like the limits.
Yeah, they're just too big for residential uses.
Not necessarily, some of them, but the majority of them are the ones with the 2 stilts on them.
Yeah.
The high limit. But there are some of them that use them,
Yeah.
and they're not really interchangeable.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I mean,
why
like,
you
if
normally
got
just go
one
get
with a
them.
stilt, you can't really put one of the disc ones in there.
No. We can do the pressure switches, we can put aftermarkets in, but,
Yeah.
you know, that's about it.
Some of the float switches, you might keep one of those on there, and have 1 or 2 of those on there. We don't use. combo.
Come summertime, we'll need more like the traps and things. But like with you, if you see anything you're not selling, let me know.
I sell them like crazy, easy traps.
Yeah, very easy, so. So those will, summertime will increase the quantity, not just to sell them,
Yeah.
but wintertime, we don't really need them.
Not really.
Also, if you guys have ideas on layouts of your trucks, if, service side, I'm gonna be working with you guys so we can get a layout and how it's supposed to be lined up, designed and everything else. Install this with Bobby and you guys. If you see, even if you go to the store and you see something that you think would work for us or help us, you can bring that back and tell us about it and add to it, so that way we can, you know, get better parts for us to work with or something, better universals. All right. Anybody got any questions? No? All right, anybody get anything important out of the class?
I do have one question
Go ahead.
that I think should be covered just because, what are people supposed to put in the lines? On the, when somebody has put an inventory in?
Where at?
How do you fill out the ESP thing?
Oh, the 3 lines?
The work order number.
Yeah, the top one should say,
Last
The last
name,
name.
the work order number, and your truck number.
yeah, so the top
I'm
line,
putting work order in both.
oh no, so the top line is, job name is gonna be the last name of the customer. The next line will be the job number off of the field edge. And then the bottom will be plumbing 1, service 3.
I was told you to put the work line in both of them.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
modify.
Y'all already put the,
Last
The
name.
last
No.
one,
yeah, I put the last name and just put the work order in both spots, I was told.
Yeah,
the last line, the PO number job, that doesn't matter, because when you look at it on the other thing, it still says what truck it came off of.
it does, I was just a kind of a carryover from
Yeah.
Dan wanting us to write
The
that there.
only, you know, when you pull up one thing, the only way that would be relevant is if I was scanning something off of his truck,
Right,
I'd put his thing in there. Because I can't scan directly off of your shit.
well, we can change it,
Or-
to make it whatever the repair
At
is.
least somebody, you know,
Job name, job number, and then POV, what's the repair? HP,
So
whatever.
what you're saying is it doesn't show the work order number when you see it on the computer?
it does. It says all 3 things and they're all different lines, but what's auto-filled out is that one, the install one,
Okay,
that's auto-filled.
This is what we
Needs to
see.
be added.
gotcha.
Ah, what happened?
Killed it, you broke it.
Apparently.
It's still on, it's just not getting the signal out because it's a different program. You gotta have it to mirror your screen. It's not on mirroring your screen, it was outputting the, PowerPoint thing.
How do we mirror the screen?
Now you're above my pay grade, man.
How'd you get the one screen? That
It's not that thing, that's doing what it's supposed to do, it's not getting the signal from your computer right now. Cause see, it says no signal. They had no signal when you closed out the one thing.
So how do I mirror the screen? Oh, well.
Gary.
I have an idea what the problem is, don't even have to fix it.
That's what we see. The back end of it. The easiest way for me to do it. Sorry, you guys can't see on the camera. So basically what we see is I get your, it says install, whatever on this side, gives me the parts, and then the pricing on the outside. This way I can now track what is, I can go and I can see what's being done. So if it doesn't have the last name to it, I'm struggling trying to figure out who went where and where went what. Lisa's been helping, the receipts you bring back, put them in the bin outside her office, she scans them to those jobs, so that helps. But, yeah. The name on it's the biggest thing to help me. And you can see that's the second column, gives the names for everybody,
Yeah.
or it gives whatever you put in.
The name and job number, puts those 2 lines together. I usually put install or service depending on which one I'm doing,
Right.
but.
So, It tells us, this column gives us what's all you scanned out, but just gives us the part numbers. You can click on it and open it up, and it'll tell me everything you scanned. But when I'm doing my paperwork, I'm not checking the inventory to make sure you're getting that back, because I'm scanning, just loading it in. That you guys telling us, so we don't know. So, but that's what I see. Schumacher's kind of the same, but a little bit.
Have we been able to integrate Schumacher's with ESP yet?
Sort of, but not really.
Um,
It'll tell them how much to reorder, then you have to manually, like, export it, reorder it from there directly.
That's what,
The program is through Ari Michaels, so you
Yeah.
can directly order through Ari Michaels.
that's what Schumacher does.
Outside stuff is more of a nuisance, but
Cause I kept hearing at the beginning there that they were telling us that, oh yeah, you can use, you know, whatever.
you use to track the numbers, and you could, but you have to manually put everything in, and you can track your costs that way, and you can, you know, track your reorders and whatnot. But then you have to manually export the order and send it out to Schumacher yourself.
Just a pain in the ass.
It is a pain in the ass, but it's,
Is what it is.
they're a competitor to them, so
Yeah.
they're not gonna make it too
Right.
easy.
Yeah. So this is what the Schumacher sites look like.
Schumacher's also still playing catch up with,
Right.
what's his
So- Yeah, it's not very user friendly on the back end, but it helps. I can still track as long as it gets scanned. Or you put it in,
So
so.
that's the thing, that you can't scan it, cause everything that I've ever had coming out of plumbing, I can't scan that, I just got a base scan first of it.
Mhm.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, well, yeah, 'cause all that stuff has to be, all those parts and everything had to be manually entered into the
Right.
system. So
So as we do
It's a-
plumbing, we'll
it's a
be adding that.
process. Yeah.
How are you doing it, Will?
But,
How are you doing with the plumbing stuff?
Whole
What,
lot of Home
USP?
Depot receipts.
Well, I guess if you're going to Home Depot a lot,
yeah.
I guess you're not using ESP that much, are you?
I mean, if I have it on my truck, I use it and just scan it out as needed, but it's a lot of stuff missing though from my, in my book, so I can't really scan the stuff that I need. But what I do have, I put in, what I can't scan, I put it in notes.
Okay. Yeah. Create a little side column list of like things that you use just on a piece of paper. Give that to Crystal, we can create things for your book that can scan it out.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that we're kind of a disconnect on, is how we're doing that and getting everything over. Plumbing was just halfway on the fly.
Right.
We're gonna get it, going.
There's a
So,
lot of stuff we gotta take off, there's a lot of stuff we gonna need to put
Right.
online.
Late,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff that we're gonna do. When we go through your truck, we'll
Yeah,
go through
we'll
it,
go
then we'll
through it.
create.
I wrote a list of some things that we need already, so I won't forget, but,
Good.
I know majority of the stuff that I need to take off though.
Okay.
So, it's a lot to do with that, urinals, connection.
good thing it's your last day.
Just
Might as well go ahead
stuff
and
like
shake
that
it.
we don't need, and, stuff for like, restaurants and sinks and stuff like that we don't need, so. There's a
Okay.
lot of stuff that need to come on, a lot of stuff need to get on.
Right, well, when we do it, we're gonna basically make it, probably gonna be on Wednesdays, because everybody's working on Wednesdays. So we take one Wednesday, we take you down for 3-4 hours while we go through your truck and do the inventory down to it. We'll go confirm with Amy on time frame of doing that and everything.
Ow.
Mark?
How you doing?
Thanks for coming in.
I know, man,
It's all right. Basically, you can watch the video later and go through and watch the PowerPoint. Basically, it's inventory management.
Okay.
Keep your trucks clean.
Yeah.
Get your stuff out the back. If you're not seeing that you're getting it, then this works for service or install, so either side you're on. If you're scanning stuff out you're not getting, let us know.
Okay.
And
So far, everything's been great. I scan it, like, the next day, I'm like, dang, it's done.
now, he does it, it works perfect. Mike does it, and it never fucking comes through.
Stuff is there. I come in here,
You-
what I need,
Mine comes through when
I need some
Makes you wonder.
contact.
I get it, sometimes I don't get it.
I need some
That's
contact
racist
cleaner.
program, that's what it is.
Look in the bin, contact cleaner. The next day, like the next day.
Complete.
Incomplete.
Why can't he complete, or you scan the shit out and then just backing out?
He's showing me, he scanned it out, and he puts it, and he hits complete, he submits it,
I had
and
like,
then it doesn't pop turn.
I had like, I think I had a
Definitely
contact
sounds like
cleaner.
there's a little
with some
disconnect there. If he's
other-
doing
I
his
mean,
work fine.
going to PTUs, I clean the inside of the units.
Right.
And the contact cleaner is that's the best you can clean it out. Contact cleaner, that shit shines it up pretty good.
WD getting
It does.
You know, I love that video. Yeah, no. I'm not
WD getting jealous now.
I know your contact cleaner is better because it dries quicker.
Yeah,
As soon as you spray it,
yeah.
it gets what it needs to get, and then it get rid of the cobwebs and shit. Really, it blows shit out. I don't know. It works great, yo. I love it. That and AC shine. Love it. I love
Before-
AC shine. Like in the summertime,
Bye-bye.
Got contact